Hey guys, this is Latsakane, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about jungle cheese. I'm sure everyone who has ever played jungle has experienced jungle cheese, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because it's very near and dear to my heart, if you will. I saw a Reddit video a while ago that was some guy claiming that he was using calculated aggression, quote unquote, to climb the elo ladder, and it bothered me a little bit because he had plenty of clips of himself, and basically what he was advising everyone to do was invade level 2 on every champion that you play, basically, because it works and you get a kill off of it almost every time. And then he had a bunch of clips of himself getting kills off the enemy jungler at level 2. And it really bothered me. The reason it bothered me was because he called it calculated aggression versus cheese. And if we're looking at the facts, there was very little calculating going on. The only calculations you're making when you invade on every single champion that you play against any matchup is, I wonder what jungle I'm going to cheese this game. Do you see how like little calculations are going on there? Like any 5-year-old with a keyboard can calculate that. That's not a hard calculation, if that makes any sense. Uh, to give an example, um, taking two champions. Shaco embodies cheese, whereas Nunu embodies calculated aggression. Early game pressure, they're fairly similar. Like they both are decent at counter jungling and both go about it in different ways. Shaco is more of like he's more of a cheeser. Like there's a reason we see Nunu in LCS, and there's also a reason we don't see Shaco in LCS. Nunu is based off of calculated aggression. If Nunu walks into the enemy jungle, he has no escapes, like no wall hop, no jump to get over obstacles, no nothing like that, except for blood boil, and which is, negligible. So as far as cheese versus calculated aggression goes, Shaco can walk into the enemy jungle, steal the buff, and press Q to get out. If Nunu does that, and he's wrong about where the enemy jungler is, or wrong about where mid lane is, then he's probably dead. Like, yeah, he might get the buff first, but he's gonna die, so it doesn't really matter. That's a problem for me. Like, there's a difference between cheese and calculated aggression, and I just really want to make that point that you can cheese if you want to, but don't pretend like you're calculating and doing this incredibly hard job that is a masterfully crafted art. It's not difficult. Like if you walk into the enemy jungle every single game on every champion that you play and try to get a kill, you are basing the entire game off of one play that may or may not fail. If you fail that play, you will be behind a lot. And if you win the play, then well, you're ahead. Great job. But there's not a lot of strategy there. There's very little strategy. It's that's called gambling. There's as much strategy to that as there is to pulling the slot machines at whatever place you like to go to bet. And that's basically all I wanted to say. To me, I just love playing jungle because it's the only role where both players go head to head, and it's almost like a chess match. You know what I mean? So like both players are making assumptions off of what the other person may or may not do, and then acting upon those assumptions and trying to make plays based around those assumptions. Now, when when someone cheeses me at level 2, I feel like they're taking the chessboard and they're flipping it upside down. And they're going, I don't want to play this game. I'm playing a different game. And that's no fun. That's no fun for anybody. Like whether it's ranked or normals, it doesn't matter. It's not fun for anybody to get cheesed. Like whether you succeed or whether you fail, it's not fun. I'm not salty because someone invaded me. I'm not happy because I invaded and got a kill. I'm it's not fun. It's not fun for anybody. So if you guys just think about it for a second before before you go and cheese every other game, it's just not it's not it's not how jungle is supposed to be. It's not the fun. It's not what I love about jungle. There's there's so much there's so much thought process that goes into jungle normally. There's a lot like if you play AD carry, there's there's less macro thought process than there is in jungle. If you're playing AD carry, you're either farming or hitting an enemy champion. there there's not a lot of options. But when you're playing jungle, you could be farming, you could be ganking, you could be getting dragon, you could be warding, you could be helping your team do a different objective, you pushing a tower. There's there's so many options for jungle. You can be setting up a counter gank. It's just there's so many more options, and to cheese every game level 2 removes that thought process and makes it more of a like a luck game. I don't want to say like a luck game because I don't know. It seems like a luck game to me. Like say if you're if the enemy jungle warded to make sure that you don't invade him, and you get seen by that ward, and then you get killed in the enemy jungle because well your mid lane was pushed into tower, and the enemy mid lane actually responded and killed you in the enemy jungle, then you just messed up. Like there's very little that your mid laner could have done because he was shoved into tower. He'd miss 14 CS if he went to help you. And he's not going to leave 14 CS to help your sorry ass when he wants to climb the ladder just as much as you do. And he knows you're not going to carry him, so why would he help you? If that, I don't know. If that makes any sense, that's basically all I wanted to say. And thanks for watching, guys. By the way, the footage in the background is just from a random game. It has nothing to do with cheese. I mean, yeah, no, it doesn't really have anything to do with cheese. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.